Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today's April 3rd, 2019, and I want to share with you about the upcoming new moon that we are waiting for, the beginning of Nissan, on April 6th, 2019. We're looking at the renewedmoon.com website, and the first reports for the first renewed moon of the year are expected in Israel on April 6th. April 6th, Saturday, in the evening on Saturday, this will be 30 days from the previous moon sighting. So by default, April 6th, Saturday evening, will be the beginning of Nissan 1. And this is, just to let you know then, this will be the end of the Sabbath and the beginning of the first day of the week. The beginning of the first day of the week on Saturday evening, as Sabbath is ending, the new moon is expected. Okay, this is a very important detail that everyone needs to consider as to the timing of what we are waiting for. It's the end of the Sabbath, and it's the beginning of the first day of the week. Numbers 10:10 says, "At the beginning of your renewed moons you shall blow the trumpet." Renewed moons comes from the word month, and it means renew, the renewed month or the renewed moon. The beginning of the month is the new moon. This is the biblical understanding. So we need to understand that if the trumpet is blown at the beginning of the renewed moon or the beginning of the month, then we need to understand when the beginning of the month will be. The new moon is expected Saturday evening. So it's the end of the Sabbath and it's the beginning of the first day. And it's a very interesting conjunction that it's right there at the end of the Sabbath. The Sabbath rest that we are waiting for in the beginning of the first day of the week. In Joel chapter 2, it says, "Blow the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming, for it is at hand. Blow the trumpet in Zion." It goes on to say in verse 15 again, "Blow the trumpet in Zion, declare a holy fast, call a sacred assembly." Joel chapter 2 goes on to say in verse 23, "Be glad then, you children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for he has given you the former rain faithfully, and he will cause the rain to come down for you, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month." Very interesting that the book of Joel, chapter 2, "The day of the Lord is at hand, blow a trumpet in Zion," points to a specific time within the chapter, the same chapter, Joel chapter 2, when we can expect the former and the latter rains. It's very interesting that they're put together. The former and the latter rains are all joined in one time frame, the first month. That's very interesting because you would think that the former rains are at the beginning of the year and maybe towards the end of the harvest year in the 6th or 7th month, you might have the latter rains. But no, here in Joel chapter 2, verse 23, "He will cause the rain to come down, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month." If we go to BibleHub.com, the Interlinear Bible, and we look at Joel 2:23, we can see that in the first month is the word barisaun, 7223 in the Strongs, in the first month. And this means former, first, chief of the months, first of the months, the former of the months. It's talking about Nissan. It's the first month. And this comes from Rosh. The word comes from Rosh. Rishon and Rosh are connected, and this is where we get the word Rosh Chodesh. It's the first new moon in the first month. It's the Rosh in the Rishon. In the Rishon. It's the Rishon of the Rosh Chodesh Nissan. So it's the first month. It's the first new moon of the year. And Nisan is the month of new beginnings. It's the beginning of everything, Nisan. The new day of new beginnings, Nisan 1. Now, when I pulled this picture up, it so happened to be 11:11 in the morning. I ended up having to turn off my phone, and for some reason, and when I clicked it back on, it was on the main screen, 11:11 in big bold letters. And then I was looking at this, a new day of new beginnings, and you see that when I took this picture, it was 11:11, Nisan 1, first day of the first month, a new day of new beginnings, 11:11. I also went on to take this picture, and the same time was still on the screen. Obama to visit the throne of Satan again on April 6th. Nisan 1, 1111. The church will be raptured before the Great Tribulation begins. The way the Lord has shown to me, the Great Tribulation will begin as the rapture takes place. The rapture will take place, and simultaneous, the fire and the destruction and the wrath of God will fall. It's the trumpet of rapture and judgment that will happen simultaneously. That as the man of sin is revealed and as the wrath of God is being poured out, the church will be pulled up, snatched away. The church will be raptured before the Great Tribulation begins. So we're looking at Saturday, April 6th, 2019. First of Nissan, 5779. But what does this mean? This is not the Sabbath. Even though it's Saturday, April 6th, what we're seeing is that the evening of Saturday is the beginning of the first day. So it's the end of the Sabbath. This is very important detail. Very important detail that we are waiting on the new moon of Nisan on Saturday evening, which means the new month will begin on Saturday evening in Israel as the Sabbath is ending and it begins the first day of the week. And we have been searching for understanding for a long time about why Jesus would give us this clue in Matthew 24:20. Pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. So right here on April 6th, Saturday evening, it's the exact moment when winter in Israel ends, because the 12th month is over and the first day of the first month, Nisan 1, is the beginning of the year in Israel, the official first day of spring, the end of winter, and it's the end of the Sabbath. Pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. It goes on to say in the next two verses, for then there will be great tribulation, such as not occurred since the world's beginning until now, no, nor will occur again. In fact, unless those days were cut short, no flesh would be saved. But on account of the chosen ones, those days will be cut short. Matthew 24:21 and 22. Saturday, April 6th, 2019. First of Nissan, 5779. Flight, not in winter, nor on the Sabbath day. The day of new beginnings. I pray you are blessed today. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.